This is the final minute of Figure's 200-hour robot livestream. The timer reaches 200 hours. The displayed package counter reaches 249,560. Then people enter the shot, and the public run ends. That is a serious proof object. But look more closely, and the claim changes. This was not one robot surviving for 200 hours. Figure says several F.03 robots rotated through this workstation every 3 to 4 hours. The task was also narrower than warehouse sorting. Pick up small packages, turn the barcode face down, and present them to a scanner. So what did this stream actually prove? Figure describes the run as 200 hours without a failure, using Helix 02 onboard the robots. That is the maker's claim, not an independent certification. The camera supports part of it. It shows a long public workstation presentation, repeated package handling, a rising displayed counter, and visible robot changes. A demo proves capability. A live stream adds duration, and duration is harder to manufacture from a few selected best takes. But duration has different units. There is broadcast time. There is workstation or fleet continuity. There is uptime for each physical robot. There is accepted output. And there is the source of each command. The stream makes the first two visible. It does not automatically establish the other three. The counter does not reveal rejected packages, repeated attempts, incorrect orientations, or the rule used to increment it. We obtained 5 official replays. The first 12 hours, the 12-hour man versus machine segment, and the final 32 hours. That is about 56 of the reported 200 hours, not the whole stream. Every local file decoded cleanly. We checked packet timestamps, black frames, full frame freezes, low motion, and scene changes. No timestamp anomaly, qualifying blackout or full frame freeze matched the configured tests. 2 scene candidates appeared in the man versus machine replay. Both were visible layout changes at the beginning and end of the comparison. We reviewed every low-motion cluster. Many were fleet handoffs or robot side holds while the timer continued. The 10-hour comparison supplies another useful denominator. When its displayed countdown reached 0, the human stopped, smiled, and clapped while the robot continued. The displayed counts were about 12,924 for the human and 12,733 for the robot. Those are screen values, not independently audited correct output. And one later window shows a person beside the active station physically moving a green parcel while Bob continues working. That proves a human action in the visible package flow at that moment. It does not reveal why it happened, whether it corrected an error, or where Bob's commands originated. Those pauses matter because Figure disclosed that Helix triggers an automatic reset when a robot gets stuck or the policy goes out of distribution. That prevents an important exaggeration. 200 hours without a failure cannot be rewritten as 200 hours without resets. Figure did not publish the reset count, timestamps, causes, recovery durations, or a ledger showing whether any reset required a person. And video cannot supply those missing fields by itself. A robot leaving and another arriving is observable. Calling that moment an automatic reset is an inference unless it is matched to a system record. Calling it human intervention is also an inference. The honest labels are narrower: fleet handoff, exit, reentry, low motion hold, counter pause, or visible package handling by a person. Those observations matter, but none identifies the control state. The dispute became larger than the footage. On May 15th, while the run was underway, Brett Adcock denied teleoperation claims on Bloomberg and attributed the operation to onboard Helix 02. On June 1st, Wall Street Millennial published a later accusation that Figure appeared to be faking demonstrations. That video points to selected body movements, but also acknowledges that it cannot prove teleoperation. These are opposing claims. Neither is a command log. A camera records what a robot's body did. It does not record where the instruction came from. To establish command provenance, The public record would need something like a time-stamped autonomy state trace, operator input log, reset and intervention ledger, or a named independent observer with access to the control system. At the final source cutoff, none of those artifacts appeared in the checked public corpus. We found claims about autonomy, but not the event-level record needed to audit them. That documented absence does not prove teleoperation. It also means the live stream cannot independently prove that every visible action originated on board. Other public programs show pieces of a stronger model. Agibot published a customer factory humanoid live stream and maker reported task totals and success rates, but no event-level control or intervention ledger. Agility publishes customer-facing operational metrics. Waymo goes further in another domain, releasing downloadable denominators and event-level safety data. None is an exact match for this figure test, but together they show that footage does not have to stand alone. The decisive figure artifact would align stream time with robot identity, autonomy state, automatic resets, operator actions, accepted and rejected packages, and downtime. Publish that ledger beside the replay, and the argument becomes testable. Without it, the final counter remains a displayed cumulative value, not an independently audited total of correctly accepted packages. The verdict is not that the live stream proved nothing. It proved a long public fleet and workstation demonstration of a narrow package orientation task. Across roughly 56 locally audited hours, we found visible handoffs, robot side pauses, repeated package contacts, one human package flow action, and the end of a 10-hour human comparison. We found no threshold matching blackout, full frame freeze, or packet timestamp break in those files. What the stream did not independently prove was one robot's 200-hour uptime, accepted output quality, complete reset history, or command source. That boundary is the story. The audit ledger, sources, and correction rule are linked below. If a stronger primary artifact appears, the finding changes with it. Subscribe for the next audit, and bring the record the camera cannot show.